appearance of Lobo.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's just simply wow, huh? Eat your heart out.
Alright, guys, it's your boy, CarolinaChris26. Alright, guys, I'm your boy, Chris Gray, aka Carolina Chris, and this is my comic book haul for June 26, 2019. June 26, 2019. Wow, guys. Alright, man, I want to let y'all know this haul this week was pretty decent. Wasn't beyond thick, but it was decent, I'm not going to lie. First off, we're going to do the indies. And the first book on the list tonight is IDW's. It's a book written by Tim Seeley and interior art by Jim Terry and Tim Seeley. The art on this book, all in all, I believe, was done by Jim Terry and Tim Seeley. And that is The Crow, Hack, and Slash. This book is crazy. Starts off with a murder, then goes to a crime scene in San Francisco with a homeless junkie by the name of Lucy, escorting a big guy and a little goth-looking female by the name of Cassandra. The big guy's name is Vlad. Around the crime scene, apparently 5 police academy victims with their eyes torn from their heads. Hack and Slash are trying to solve the case. It leads to a killer, then leads to the Crow. Crow makes one appearance in this book, guys. I don't know if you like the Crow. You see the bird on his chest. I don't know if that's hair or is that a tattoo or what. Please, guys, somebody let me know. I'm trying to grow mine like that, man. You know what I mean? I got some peach fuzz on my chest, guys. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Next up, we got Aftershock. It's another book written by Tim Seeley, and this book is really going nuts, man. I really like this book, and I'm talking about Dark Red. Dark Red number 4. Cover by Aaron Campbell, writer Tim Seeley. Dark Red, Chip's going to have his hands full in issue 5. If y'all don't know, Chip is the vampire that this book starts off with. Chip has a friend girl, who he feeds off of, and she has cancer, and I guess cancer produces a lot of red blood cells, which vampires like. His friend gets kidnapped by the horde of vampires, and in last issue, Tim gets in a fight with this guy. Turns out that guy, I guess, was the leader of the horde of vampires in his area, and he killed him. So the head mistress vampire, she shows up. They kidnap Chip's friend. Chip has to save him with the help of Stu and his friend. And yeah, at the end of this issue, you can tell issue 5, Chip's going to have a battle on his hands. Man, dude, it was like a room full of them suckers. And I do mean suckers. Pun intended. Guys, next up, this was hands down my favorite read of the week so far. I mean, I've read 8 books. I got a bunch more books. I got my damned books. Damn. I'm going to read all 3 damned issues. Damned issues. I'm going to read all 3 damned issues. Damn it. And I haven't read one yet. I got all 3, all 6 A and B cover. I've got a copy of Damned right here signed by Brian Azzarello, which mine came back at 9.8. Everybody else was getting 9.9s and 10s, and I got a measly 9.8. I don't know, man. God bless it on my shit. My favorite book of the read of the week this week had to be hands down Killer Groove. And dude, this book is the cover is by somebody's name I can't pronounce. Triona, Triona Farrell. Writers Ollie Masters. And this book, my description of this book here is pretty crazy. Well, Johnny, the musician, turning hitman, still musician, is learning the ropes to be a hitman from good old Dave, ex-Vietnam vet, who's now a hitman. And Dave's daughter, Lucy, hired a PI named Jackie to find her dad. End of issue 2, I guess Lucy doesn't like the news Jackie finds out. Jackie finds out, apparently Dave is dead. We all know he's not because he's helping Johnny learn how to be a hitman. But now, Lucy, I guess Jackie told Lucy, hey, your dad's dead. You know, sorry, I got his dog tags if you want them. Lucy didn't like the information, so she hung up on her. This issue's crazy. The writing is spectacular. Art's pretty good. But this book is really starting to grow on me. I really, really love this book. 2 more books that I picked up. These are from Boom Studios. And, wow. These, I actually learned that these were well, everybody, I knew they were keys when I pre-ordered them because I actually pre-ordered an extra copy. And I think it's a first appearance of a new Power Rangers team or a new White Ranger, I believe. I have not read one Power Rangers book ever. Can't say I've ever read one. And I don't think I'll read these because I don't want to mess up the cover. But this is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, number 40, foil cover by Gianni Montez, I believe. Writer Ryan Parrott. And I picked up 2 covers. These covers, you really can't touch these copies with greasy hands, man. Trust me, I got more grease on my hands than a box of Crisco. Alright guys, next up guys, we got Image. We're going straight to Image, and I'm talking about Road to 300, Spawn, 298, Todd McFarlane, guys. We're two more issues away from issue 300, and this is the A cover. Todd McFarlane apparently did this cover, A cover, Spawn 298. Alright, then we have the infamous B cover, the variant by Todd McFarlane, writer Todd McFarlane. And this is a homage, Spider-Man. What issue? Do you know? Put it down in the comments if you do. I don't want to do it. No, I'm joking. Yeah, alright, and then we have the also infamous black and white cover. And guys, we have no Francisco Matino work this week. I guess Todd said, look, dude, I'm sick of it, man. You're putting out the same crap all the time. You're not getting a black and white cover this week. I'm doing all 3 covers myself. That's it. All 3 covers myself. Black and white, Todd McFarlane. Writer, Todd McFarlane. Straight to Marvel because that is it with the indies. And the first up on my list tonight is Conan the Barbarian, number 7, A cover. Wow, guys. This Conan, man, these last Savage Sword of Conan and Conan the Barbarian this week was simply holy shit. Excuse my language. Conan the Barbarian, A cover is by Esad Ribic, writer Jason Aaron. This book was simply just, alright, this issue was so badass. And let me say, when I was a young man, I wanted to be Conan because he was so badass and he always got the hot females. And issue 7 here just certifies that I still want to be Conan the Barbarian as an adult because he still gets the hot chicks, not just one chick. He got a whole horde of chicks in this one. And he still kicks ass. Jason Aaron, guy, this bud's for you. Next up, wow, oh my God, Teeny Howard, man. I want to meet her one day, man. She just seems like a flower that blooms in the spring. So cute, but doesn't last. But Teeny is going to last forever because she is like the dopest female writer out right now. And guys, I'm talking about Thanos, number 3. This is the A cover, and this is one of the, I actually like this cover more because, you know, you see Thanos and everything in the background's all grayed out, but Gamora's green face just penetrates all that behind her. And she's coming down with a sword. Man, this issue here was something else. Anyways, cover here is by Jeff Deacle, writer Teeny Howard. And I know people try to figure out how to say her name. Tina, it's Teeny. I mean, obviously, T-I-N-I, Teeny, or Tiny. No, Teeny. So, this issue here, alright, this is my description. In this issue, it's funny how Thanos is really growing attached to Gamora, and in his own way. And Gamora growing attached to him, considering she doesn't have no one else to be attached to. But it looks like the Butcher Squadron has other plans. But I don't think it's going to work out too well for them in the end. Yeah, man. It's like, you can tell, like, Thanos in his own sadistic way is growing attached to Gamora. And she tries her damnedest to get out there on the battlefield and fight. And she breaks her leg. So, what's Thanos' remedy for a broken leg? Chop it off. Chop it off. I mean, let's don't try to put a splint on it. Let's don't try to put it in a cast. Let's go on and chop the leg off. Come on. What? You gonna chop a leg off? So then she's got a metal leg. She's got a robotic leg. And they're going back out to the battlefield. She says, hey, I want to go with you. I'm going with you regardless, you know. You're not leaving me here. So she hits the battlefield with him with a cyborg leg. She's diving over people. She's out there kicking a little bit of butt. And then she breaks her arm. You know what Thanos is going to do to that broken arm. So the Butcher Squadron, they're getting jealous. They're getting sick of the little shorty running around the ship. So they plot a plan. Let's kidnap Gamora. Ho, 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 that plan goes sideways. Yet they get her on the ship. They start to take off. But one of the accomplices, there's two brothers, twin brothers. One of the accomplices grabbed Gamora. The other one is stuck with Thanos. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Butcher Squadron. Guys, next up, we got War of the Realms, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, The Avenger, issue 20. It's the A cover. Oh, man, this book here was... I have not read this book here, guys. I'm not going to lie. But this cover here is by Ed McGuinness and Val Staples. Writer, Jason Aaron again. Dude, these guys be writing, man. I mean, I don't know how hard it is to write a comic, man, but I mean, you're putting out like multiple comics, and man, it's got to be the best job in the world. I mean, the pay's got to be decent. All the fans, it's like you're damn sure a celebrity. So, guys, Jason Aaron, this bud is for you. Next up, we got The Amazing Spider-Man, issue 24. A cover. Man, dude. Spider-Man's going ham. This cover is by Ryan Otley and Nathan Farabian. I can't say his last name. Writer Nick Spencer. I've seen some sweet Spider-Man covers out there, but this was the only one that was in my pull list, my box. So, yeah, what can you say? Next up, we have issue 4 to The War of the Realms, New Agents of Atlas, number 4. And look at Cho on the front of it. Yeah, man. This cover is by, it's the A cover, and it's by Wu Dai Shim, I believe. Writer Greg Pak. Alright, guys. Let's keep it moving. We got the Spider-Man Annual presents Peter Porker, the Spectacular Spider Bacon. No, Spider Ham. That's what I'm talking about. I was not able to get another cover, but my LCS said he'd have me one of the variants that he's going to go ahead and pre-order it. So yeah, guys, that is a wicked cover. There was a couple. There was the action figure variant. There's the variant where he's got his hand punching in the air. I believe that's the issue my LCS says he was going to get for me. I've seen a couple sweet covers for this. But, you know, I take what I can get. And this is the first appearance in this issue here, too. I think there's a couple first appearances in this issue, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, guys, next up, we got War of the Realms, issue 6, the finale, the final issue to the book. Whew, boy, this was a banger here. This cover is the B cover, and it's by Mike Del Mundo, and this is a Young Guns cover. Writer, Jason Aaron. Again, this bud is for you, Jason. This book was crazy, man. Apparently the war is over. I guess. I'm not sure. You gotta read it to find out. But from what I understand, Loki got killed in previous issue, and this issue Loki makes an appearance. He actually maybe saves kind of the day in a way. We got multiple Thors. We got Jane Foster Thored up again, and Maliki, however you say his name, gets his ass. You have to read and find out, man. I don't know. This book is too thick, and I feel if I ruin this book, a lot of y'all probably haven't even read it yet, so I don't really want to ruin it. But yeah, it's a wicked cover though. That cover is just simply awesome. Let's go to DC. Next up, we got this book. This book was badass, bro. But let me get right to it. This is DC Detective Comics 1006. Writer Peter Tomasi. My God, bro. This cover is so wicked. And guys, I am simply going to give this the hot cover of the week. You know what I'm saying? Got to. This cover is by Dan Quintana or Quintana. Writer Peter Tomasi. This is the hot cover of the week, and simply because it is beautiful. Can I get some flames? Flame on. Yeah, this issue, guys, I believe, and I've loved all the Detective Comics up to this point, but I honestly believe in this issue, you're not going to really get it if you don't know anything about the Spectre. If you don't know nothing about the Spectre, I believe this issue is going to throw a lot of people for a loop. You know? I honestly believe that. You know, a lot of people read Detective Comics. You know, if you read Detective Comics, honestly, you're probably going to know a lot about, you know, DC's characters, but people who are just jumping into DC, this wouldn't be a good jumping on point. I believe it's like you're going to have to read up on the Spectre to understand that issue right there, honest to God. And people who've read this issue, if you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. Also, if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video after you watch it, give me a big fat. Next up, we got, this book was another one of my favorite reads. God, there was so many great reads this week. Justice League Dark, B cover, Clayton Crane. And man, you're probably like, why didn't I give this the hot cover of the week? Well, man, dude, if you want, we can give this the hot cover of the week. Because this is a hot cover. This is that, and the War of the Realms, number 6. They're all hot covers. Even the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, number 40, is a hot cover. But I want to give one of my favorite covers of the week. And this was my favorite cover of the week. But bro, when you see that Detective Comics 1006 up close, and you know, this up close looks good. It looks good, but I don't know, man. It's not one of my favorite. I don't know, man. You know, opinions vary. You know what I mean? The cover's by Clayton Crane. Writer Jason Tinian IV. The writing in this issue was so good, it just blew my mind. Like, it was James Tinian IV killed it, man. I mean, I've never really got into Justice League Dark until issue 1 of this series, and it has been knocked out banging ever since. I'm not gonna lie, bro. He outdid himself in this issue. It was simply just... Guys, next up, we got Wonder Woman 73, the B cover. Jenny Frism, writer Steve Orlando. Jenny, of course, she's a sweetheart. Like I said, I got to meet her at Heroes Con. If you get a chance, go back and check my Heroes Con footage out. It's pretty funny. It's pretty good. I actually had a small little talk with Richard Rivera. I was so geeked out when I met Jenny Frism, I didn't really think to ask her any questions. It's just like when you first meet somebody you're such a fan of, you gotta have your stuff together in here. You gotta calm down and come up with something really intelligent to ask them. Because you might not, who knows, you might not ever get a chance to meet your celebrity crush or your favorite writer or favorite artist. So when you get to meet them, you need to have it wrote down in your head what you're gonna ask them. Think about it. Next up, we got Superman Action Comics 1012. I've got a lot of catching up to do on this, so I've got all the issues. I just need to sit down and start reading. This cover is by Jamal Campbell, writer Brian Michael Bendis. That cover is just, dude. It's like, man, this is the hot cover of the week. Like, the hell am I thinking? It's like, there's so many hot covers. I can't do it. I'm not gonna get into it right now. This is a hot cover. You see the cloud coming up from the bottom? Jamal Campbell, bro, he is a beast, man. He's a fucking king of the jungle. Dude, I can't wait to meet him one day. And guys, I picked up another couple Action Comics to make sure I got my complete run, so when I sit down and read. I picked up Action Comics 1011 as well. Cover here is Francis Manapul, writer Brian Michael Bendis. And then I picked up Action Comics 1010, also covered by Francis Manapul. I hope I'm saying his name right. And writer Brian Michael Bendis. Last on the list tonight, and talking about Batman. Batman Damn, issue 3. This is the A cover. But writer is Brian Azzarello. That I do know. But this cover is simply just, you got the Joker in the background right there. This cover is just simply badass, man. Last up on the list is Batman Damn B cover, and this is the Jim Lee variant, and writer Brian Azzarello. I know Perry said it looked like something that Rob Liefeld did, but Perry, you're tripping. Yeah, I've got to sit down and read issues 1, 2, and 3. But when I get a chance, I'm going to sit down and knock out issues 1, 2, and 3. I have A and B covers for all the issues, so I can't wait to sit down and knock them out. I've heard the story is pretty damn good, so I can't wait to check it out. And yeah, guys, that is it. That is all the haul for tonight. I really appreciate y'all sitting down and taking the time to watch my video. I really appreciate it. Like I said, if you're new to my channel, please hit the red button to subscribe. Comment down below and hit the like button. Give me a big fat thumbs up, please. Be safe, God bless, and always remember to make comic book collecting fun again. Peace.